This is a Danger Entertainment Network podcast. DangerEntertainment.net, Danger Entertainment Network podcasts.
Welcome to Mastermind. We have Velda here, and his chosen subject is maths.
I mean,
it says on my bits of paper.
I mean,
that it's
no,
necromancy, but it got scribbled out.
I'm sorry. I got maps. I said maps, not maths. Can I re-choose again? Oh,
Please.
Why has it gone dark? I don't know anything about maths. I'm terrible at maths. Ask me about maps.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
Did you want me to kill Gathers?
What? No!
So someone important is coming in a few days.
Aye, is that Freya?
An agreement has been reached by our Lord Rasmir and the Whispering Tyrant. While the lesser nations wear themselves out in pointless battle with the undead, we will grow stronger than ever. This information must be kept from the city authorities at all costs.
The Whispering Tyrant is a threat to every living thing in this entire world.
It seems that we have a traitor here in the temple.
The adventure continues now.
Are we still? We're rolling, right?
We're rolling. Yeah,
If the Danger Club were each, because you're a maths wizard apparently. If the Danger Club were a subject at school,
Maps wizard.
which ones would they be and why?
If we were a subject at school,
I
you're
see.
maths.
Oh, right, okay,
Velda's
yeah, I
maths.
see
Do you know what I mean? I reckon Caragor might be PE.
Yeah, I think you'll be.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I think
Bubba's
you'd be
music.
Fulton be
Music
DT,
technology.
like, you know,
Design and
with all those
technology.
bang, bang, bang,
bang,
bang, bang.
What did you learn today, honey? Bang, bang.
Shania would
all go bang.
probably be either the crazy RE teacher or languages, like you'd be.
Ari. Oh, well, yeah, languages. I was thinking chemistry for some weird reason, man. Like, I don't know why that is.
Yeah, and this is dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, it's look
Fuck
at
it,
the interest.
drink it.
And
Why not all of you?
Let's just fucking do it. Come on.
I reckon you'd be
Biology.
Biology.
The
Biology.
most uncomfortable sex education sessions of your life.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can see Shania as a drama teacher as well. Like,
Really?
dramatic AF. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is-
Yeah, and
What about
very
the-
easy to anger. I had a drama teacher who was easy to anger. Actually,
So the emotions very
he was
close
like
to
he was everyone's best friend. Everyone loved him. Everyone's best friend. And then he'd take us down to like choose costumes, for something we were doing. And I remember, right, this one time he went down to like do the costume choosing thing, and me and a couple of mates were upstairs, and one of the kids in our class had taken a porno mag out of a bin and put it in his briefcase, and we knew he'd done it. So we opened his briefcase and took the porno mag out, ripped it up and put it all over the classroom, thinking this will be funny when, whatever his name was comes back. And then we heard him flip, right, because someone had been fucking around with a bow and arrow, like a fake bow and arrow, and we heard this, "You shot me in the eye!" And we were like, oh my god, quick, put the porn away, hide the porn, as he came storming up the stairs. Amazing. And this kid who'd accidentally shot him was crying. And we were all sat around, and the atmosphere was just absolutely hellish, and there was still a couple of bits of porn around the room. We were trying to like put our feet on him and just don't let him see the porn.
Yeah.
He's gonna lose his shit. He's already lost it once. Good times.
Well, hang on.
And also quite a good sort of mini synopsis of the previous episode. Don't have to do a recap on that one. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
You went to a school that had bows and arrows and porn. Did you go to school, or did you just go to an HBO episode? Like, just Game of
Robin
Thrones.
Hood. Yeah.
It was a school in Ireland.
Game of rowers, maybe. There's a lot of rowing.
Game of Moans. Right? Porn.
Yeah, for the porn. Yeah,
Porn, yeah, right.
Yeah, we got this guy. Yeah, we've all seen
Fucking nice one. Forever.
good.
That's going to be awful for the listeners to listen to.
That's people just pulling their heads out.
For James's flatmates as well. So
We threw a birthday party for my drama teacher at school because we found out it was her birthday. So we couldn't afford presents. So my mates posted me through the window of her office because it had like a tiny window and I was skinny. So they kind of like lifted me up and like pushed me through the window so I could get the door open. We took all of the stuff in her office, wrapped all of it up in wrapping paper, and then threw a birthday party for her where she got to unwrap like her own shoes. We bought her a cake. We wrote her a song. About halfway through, she realised we were trying to just time out the lesson and without learning anything. She was a very patient woman, I have to say. First ever teacher.
In my class, in RS, someone just cut their finger open and was flicking blood everywhere.
On purpose. On purpose.
And by someone, Ross means himself.
Another time.
In fact, you did that in an episode of the Danger Club.
he just steals things from his school.
Yeah. Another
What's
person
Ross's
was.
reaction to boredom? Why, slicing myself open and flicking my blood around the classroom.
Somebody didn't like their maths teacher, so when they turned their back and walked towards the board, flicked the fountain pen ink all over the back of her dress.
Oh,
Yeah.
There was always
It's
that.
so
do you remember,
horrible.
Do you remember the Pritt
Always
stick?
thing.
The Pritt stick game where you take the end of the Pritt stick and chuck it so it hit the ceiling and
No.
stick? Did you ever play that?
You never did that.
Oh, in
You
a
never
really
did that
boring
all the
lesson,
time.
and you'd be sat there, and there'd be like 7 Pritt sticks stuck on the ceiling. But like, who's
see
going to
which
fall
one
first?
falls
Oh,
first.
and then someone would fall down, like hit kids on their head.
Sometimes
Like
it's
Damocles.
one of them fell and hit the teacher. It was just like, oh, the gig's up.
Sometimes they'd stay there for months.
Months.
Like
You go to
months and
classroom and
months.
they'd just be these Pritt sticks stuck on the ceiling. That's a best game, guys.
And like months later,
went
you'd be
to
like,
all-boys
"It's still
school.
there." Ah, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Let
I
us
remember.
know
I remember
your-
my mate dropping chewing gum in one of our teachers' hair.
Oh, that
It
was,
was
the
really
worst.
horrible, man.
I hated
Really
that.
horrible.
I
It
hated
was.
people chucking.
Bless her. Do you know what? She started crying and everything. We felt,
Oh.
Yeah.
and we all just felt really guilty after that.
Let us know your school hijinks, dangerlings.
Oh man, yeah.
On
I
the
wanna know
Discord.
some pranks. I want to know some pranks.
Yeah.
That happened.
And anyone that are teachers, like tweet us in. Let us know how many
a lot of
pranks
our
you
friends
got.
are
We've
actual
got
teachers.
quite a few
yeah.
teacher friends now. Yeah.
Loads of people work in
Sorry.
schools. So.
Kids are assholes.
It's one of my favourite things about this adventure. Is learning the very, very different school experiences it turns out we all have had in the past, but also slightly similar in many ways. This is a good adventure, isn't it? Now that we're quite a way
great.
through it.
Yeah.
It's getting good.
Well
isn't
done,
it? Yeah.
Jason Ballman.
It's got teeth.
This is
Jason Bourne has got teeth. You're right.
yeah,
I like it. It's quite like
Treat us Jason
it
Bourne's
feel-
teeth.
It can be very like just not railroady, but like it. But it also can seem quite sandboxy in terms of like what you do on each of the days. Like you said, it like me and Scott were talking, and it's very much like, oh, you do a little bit one day, and then you do a little bit more the next day, and then you go that little bit further, and then you it's really cool.
Sort
I
of,
like
in
that.
ways, it feels like they archetypal kids' stories when they are in somewhere like school overnight and they break out of the dorms and they go explore a corridor and they got to come back before the teachers all come back, and every time they explore a little bit more. Do you know what I mean?
Only if we don't get back.
We die.
I mean, there are because there's rules in this adventure for how it plays out if you decide to just storm the gates, which I think was on the table very briefly early on.
Just very
Which is
briefly.
like, what if we just rush it and fight everyone, which you can totally do.
I mean, you just reach a point as a gamer, I think, where you're just sort of like, I want to the next bit. I want to see
things
what I
to be
want the
done.
evidence.
Yeah.
I want to find out what's upstairs, and just fuck it, let's just kill him. And I think that's always an option. Will you stop twiddling your moustache? It's really off-putting. Well, at least you're twiddling your moustache, not punching my lamp anymore. So that's always good.
Can Dan do both?
Ooh, it's a twiddle punch.
A twiddle punch. That sounds like an awful Roald Dahl character, doesn't it? Just go, Mr. Twiddle Punch.
Mr. Twiddle Punch.
So what's just
After
happened?
the
We've been.
orphanage, didn't he?
He did, in his own special way.
So we've
No, that's
we've been
awful.
asked by
Mr. Twiddle Punch
to head upstairs to the courtyard because there's a traitor.
Yeah.
So I guess one of
How
us
did
is
they know,
gonna
though? How
die.
did they know? To be fair, I don't know how they knew this because, Shania was a mouse. We were invisible. Nothing's gone missing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
his
the letter's gone.
Oh, but that was under the desk, crumpled up. So
yeah,
he'd
but
obviously
you might
forgotten
still
about it.
notice it.
Nah, I mean, it's
that's his filing system.
it's
I
the-
better put that safely in my
it's the
filing
trap
system.
going off. That's what's alerted. him to
Yeah,
it.
the trap. Yeah,
But it was a mouse.
But don't they know that it was a mouse?
Yeah, but it was a mouse.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a mouse underneath the door.
But it was a mouse, and they're not
was a
going to be
mouse,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, that's clearly a druid." Like,
Yeah, but nothing's allowed in there.
The trap went off.
but
Someone
the
tried
trap
to get
went off,
in.
but they saw a mouse running out from underneath it, and they're not going to. Nobody
have
looks at
no
that and be
idea it
like,
was us.
"Druid, clearly a druid."
But I mean, to be fair, no, the acolytes wouldn't. Maybe the priests wouldn't. The fucking
So,
heralds are doused in magic of some kind. They've got a mask golem.
Also, let's be honest.
They're not magic.
So
they're not magic.
So
This is really-
let's be
We know that
honest.
they don't use magic or are used to magic. If Razmir isn't a god himself, then he's an incredibly high-powered magic user. I reckon they know that magic exists and what kinds of stuff it is.
Okay.
The timeline really does scream that it was us. We took Krantz upstairs when we weren't supposed to be up there. I know that they gave us permission. Then we came down, saw another herald, and then that trap went off. So it kind of like we were the only ones up at that point as
I mean,
well.
you were exonerated, if
But
anything.
we were exonerated exactly because we were downstairs talking to another herald
Alibi.
I know, but
around
they
him.
might
Alibi,
think that
yeah.
we're-
For everybody apart
I'd
from Naraya.
just be
Apart
surprised
from
if it
it,
was
yeah.
the Shania mouse thing because, like, it was a
Yeah.
mouse. And it's like, surely they're not going to be like, clearly a druid infiltrating upstairs, stealing paper, and going under the door. Like, it's a mouse.
And surely we can convince your man that Shania was there anyway. You know,
We can.
you saw all of us in the.
Yeah.
You saw all of us in the stairwell.
And don't call me Shania.
And we don't even, right. And we just don't even say anything about it. And he'll be like, yeah, I saw him in the stairwell.
Well, I mean, he's there with armed guards. I mean, I think we have to say something about something. We need to get to the kitchen.
Let's
Do you reckon
find
let's
out.
get a quick snack before they take us upstairs to execute us?
The shaggy
I
technique.
need it, yeah.
Take it to the
They're not
kitchen.
actually in the kitchen.
Kitchens.
They're not in the kitchen. They're just in the room behind the cupboard.
No, that was in the
That's
kitchen.
the kitchen.
What?
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 It was the cupboard not being used much in the kitchen.
Pompously.
No.
How dare you, sir?
Oh no! Do you know
What?
what?
It's
No, it
not-
wasn't.
no,
It wasn't because I
it
sneaked
wasn't.
out.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
you moved
yeah,
it
yeah.
out of the
Thank
Thank
you
kitchen.
you very
It's in the
fuck
bedroom.
much.
Oh,
Yeah,
Right?
because
Yeah.
Velda
We hid
sneaked
them.
out and then we hid them in the corner, didn't we?
There's like a little hole behind the cupboard in the room that we sleep in, not
There's
in
a
the kitchen.
hole
Caragor wasn't paying attention at that point.
There's a
Caragor
hole
was focusing on
behind
being
the
the
cupboard
goodest
Where
boy.
I store my
Yeah.
haversack,
Where I score my haversack,
and in that haversack I have
in the haversack I have.
lots of weapons.
This is going to go well.
I just thought the hole behind the cupboard where the haversack I put.
Well, let's
I don't know why I seem to have
let's
swallowed
find
the
out.
ghost of a terrible
We should get
1920s
on with
songwriter.
this.
see which
So,
ones
yeah.
of you end up
Let's go
buried
into the
behind
courtyard
cupboard.
and
Ooh, let's go to the courtyard and
die.
yes.
So you are led out of the bedroom, up the stairs, and out into the courtyard, where it seems quite a lot of the acolytes are assembled. Some of them are looking quite bleary-eyed and are just pulling on their masks. You've got you can see about 10 acolytes, and you can see probably about 7 priests. All 4 of the heralds are there. Standing sort of in the middle. They've kind of formed a semicircle around the steps with the heralds up on the steps. Krant is up on the steps with the heralds. You can recognise him even though he's got his mask because of his belly. There is another person in a mask in priest robes standing sort of around the middle of the circle. And Garthis turns to you as you reach the courtyard. And says, Brother Naraya, Sister Naraya, Brother Jemmy Twobeaks,
Hello.
would you step down there for us, please? The rest of you, join the rest of our brothers and sisters.
Step down there, sorry.
He points to where one of the priest is standing.
Yes,
all
of course,
right.
brother.
Yes,
I go to
brother.
the other
Sure,
acolytes.
brother.
Nice one,
Yeah.
brother.
He looks at all of you and says, as he's about to speak, the door opens and an acolyte comes up behind him and taps him on the shoulder and whispers something to him. He says, yes, Brother John Neswicki. He takes a note out of his pocket. It says, please resend this message to as many of our followers as possible. John Neswicki nods, has a look at it and says, I like this post. And he turns and leaves. Thank you, John Neswicki, for winning our retweet competition
Thank you, John Neswicki.
year.
Yeah.
Sorry it took so long to get you on the show.
No, but you're key.
Our recording schedule is crazy. And you're in the cult now, so the guys might stab you later. You never know. Let's find out. Imagine if he kills one of you. Right.
John Neswicki.
John Neswicki. You all remember the name.
John Neswicki.
John Neswicki.
I see you, John Neswicki.
Wikipedia.
All right, John.
You'll never make that post.
And Garthis addresses the assembled crowd. Says, brothers and sisters, it seems we have been deceived. It seems there has been somebody in our ranks who is looking to do harm to our good cause, to undermine the work of Razmir, to undermine all of our efforts to attain further enlightenment on the steps towards Razmiran itself. Some strange things have been happening recently. A little while ago, a key, a very valuable key, was stolen. It was lent to Krant to undertake a particular task, and he lost it through his own incompetence. Krant kind of looks at the ground and just shuffles his feet. But somebody has that key. And with that key, somebody has been looking around. Now, we know about the incident in the basement. We know that Brother Danny was not to blame for that. But it does mean that somebody was there. And then there were disruptions during some of Brother Xanathar's sermon the other day. And then, just this night, I came back from undertaking some business to find that somebody had been in my room. The map that I keep on the wall had been taken down and then replaced. But I know the layout of my room. I know when something has been taken. Brothers and sisters, there is somebody inside this temple who is looking to do harm to us. And so I have assembled for you here the 3 people who have caused the most trouble in the last week. The 3 people I am least sure of. Brother Jimmy Twobeaks, who would not partake in training. Sister Nariah, who nobody seems to know the location of in the last few hours, after I've asked around, and who caused that ruckus while we were outside the other day. And Brother Carlyle, who was speaking ill of the cult, no, he immediately implodes. Brother Carlyle is speaking ill of the faith of Razmir, and was informed on by loyal brothers and sisters. I've conducted my own investigations, and I believe that one of you is responsible for what has happened here. Do any of you have anything to say in your defense?
I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you, mate. I just wanted to say all hail Razmir. And I may be a slow learner, but I am learning. Do you know what I mean? This information is going in my brain. Like, I totally understand that you think I was trouble, but I wasn't. I was just trying to get things right. And that's what I'd like to say. And I apologise if you think that I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm here to learn. That's what I want to do. All hail Razmir.
he's getting much better at his
Brother.
writing as well. I've been helping him. He's getting really good.
If you think that was trouble, like me with the writing, it's just I wasn't very good at it. Now I'm getting better and I'm learning. That's what I want to do. I just want to learn all the time.
I suppose the G's. You're very good at the G's.
Yeah,
now.
G's are getting better.
G's are getting much better.
My G's.
G's.
I do not feel the need to defend myself. I'm also learning. I was surprised by some of the ways that the cult works. I understand them now. Please ask any questions you have.
Sister Naraya, we are not a cult. We are a faith.
All right, faith.
Brother Carlyle says, "This is ridiculous. You can't think that I'm involved in anything like this. I'm on step 4. I'm a loyal member of the faith. I have been. You don't even know these people. They've come from the outside." Nonetheless, says Garthus, what has been done here would require some level of familiarity with our organization. I think it could be strange that somebody so new would be able to do this.
Indeed, brother, you're right, if I may speak.
Of course, Brother Danny.
I've noted that he's one of the tenants not to speak ill of those who are higher, but I believe in this situation I have no choice. Brother Krantz is an alcoholic. He has a problem. It has been noted. And has been lax in his duties. This has also been noted. Also, after the lashing that he took, known to harbour some resentment towards those higher above him. Also, confided in that, although accidentally, when we were taken into bed for the, however many times this has happened, mumbling about, getting back at those above him and the ones in black cloaks, etc., etc. I would not have spoken, understand, I know a place in the faith, but I don't want to see innocent brothers and sisters be targeted for what must be the lax Brother Krantz crimes.
Deception check.
Ooh, he's putting himself out there,
You
Brother
could use a
Danny.
hero point.
Yeah, that went real well last
just
time.
because you spent one and you're not going to get it back.
Ever.
Never ever.
Although now you said it,
You did say that like Roger Moore as well. Like,
Yeah,
you could use your.
You could use your hero. You could use your.
All right, I'm going to spend my danger token.
All right, he's spending his danger
They're
point.
dropping like...
Cashing it in.
I thought you were going to take James's token.
My token alone.
That's how it works.
I'm spending mine and James's.
My token now.
Tom took yours. I'm taking
Yeah.
James's. That's it. Okay. Wow. Well, good, because one's a 6 and one's a 13, giving me 20. Dirty 20.
Pretty good.
20. He looks at Krant, and then looks at the others. Says, "Brother Danny, I trust you. You're a high flyer in this church. I suspect that one day you will be a great member of the faith.
I bow.
Brother Krant, join the others. Is it true that you have been plotting against your brothers and your sisters?" That's a lie. He's completely making this up. He's been trying to mess with me from the beginning. This is outrageous. How can you think this is me? And Garthus nods this. You are either a traitor or you're a fool, Brother Krant. Neither of those have a place in the faith of Rasmir. He reaches into his robe and he pulls out the jeweled dagger he carries. He draws the blade. He takes a step forward and then he turns it and he offers it hilt first to Caragor.
Oh, shit.
Brother Danny, Brother Krant has betrayed the Church of Rasmir. Do your duty. All of the eyes in the courtyard fall on Caragor. What? No, please, no, I didn't do anything.
Brother Krant.
No, I'll get you money. I'll get you. I'll find anything. I'll pay you anything you want.
Oh, it is a shame that with your last words you betray the church even further. I release you from this life with that which I hold in my hand, and I cut his throat.
He flails at you, but you just grab him and jam the knife. It is sharp. You jam it straight into his throat, because blood sprays across everywhere. He staggers, gurgles, grips at you for a bit, and then collapses onto the floor. And Garthis walks over and pats you on the shoulder. Let this be a lesson to any who would betray the Church of Rasmere. That we will always find those who seek to betray us. There is one last question, if I could. He holds out a hand for the dagger.
I give it to him hilt first.
Brother Danny, who is so committed to our faith, what was it you said to me up there on the platform when I was making my speech the day that you chose to join us? I believe you called me a bellend, brother. There's just a titter goes around. Why did you change your mind so thoroughly that afternoon and suddenly decide to join the church when you seemed so adamant that you did not like me at that moment?
That I did, brother. People react to things in strange ways. I've never felt such a compulsion to join a family as I have when I saw the flock gathered before me. I've known the people that know me, and some of them are here from my other life. They know that I react to things in strange ways, and sometimes I push things away which are meaningful and helpful and maybe emotive, and I was feeling all those things at once. If I rankled you with my, and Caragor allows himself a brief smile, with my slight and very petty insults, then I do apologise gravely. It was only a knee-jerk reaction from a previously weak man. I am now a lot stronger with the family. And he bows again.
That may be the case. As I look around you, you should point out Fulton's mask is still covered in jam.
You just see a little tongue slipping out the mouth hole.
Like a lizard. I'm moved by your words, but I am not yet convinced by Sister Naraya. I think there is a rat in this temple. He takes a step forward. As he does, the gates open to the outside, and a pair of priests of Rasmere enter, along with another one who is riding a horse. The priest dismounts from their horse, landing heavily, and looks at what's going on. What's going on? Says the priest. And Garthis stops for a moment and goes, little internal business. Nothing you need to worry yourself about. We believe there's somebody causing shenanigans here in the temple. The new priest looks at them and says, which is interesting because she's wearing grey robes, not black robes. Says, then put the temple on lockdown. Interview everyone under a zone of truth. We have a scroll. That's what it's for. We don't just stab people out there in the courtyard. The High Priestess would not be happy with that. Are things where I left them? And Garthis is taken aback. Yes, they are. Fine. All of you, return to your room. The temple is sealed for the rest of the night. You will be called individually to answer questions. We will find out what is going on here. I'm still in control of this temple. Anyone want to say anything?
Just as we all start heading back, not in this still frozen moment though.
Okay.
So
you start making your way in.
And then as we do that,
Yeah.
I sort of go over to Engarthus and then quietly mutter into his ear, after giving him a brief head nod.
I have heard tell that Xanathar is getting quite comfortable with his position, or maybe a little too comfortable, and could potentially be using this moment as an opportunity to, be in control of this temple, to put it bluntly, brother.
Thank you, Brother Danny. Don't worry, we will get to the bottom of this together.
All hail the living god.
All hail the living God.
Fulton goes up to Xanathar.
Okay, you go to Xanathar. Brother Fulton.
Hello, brother Xanathar.
All getting pretty freaky.
Yeah, you've got my back, haven't you?
I've got your back. Have you got my back, Brother Fulton?
Of course.
All right.
Brother.
brother.
Oh no, I don't want to remind myself of my brother.
Little jam tears.
Okay, just checking.
He nods.
Whatever happens, you've got my back and I've got yours.
So the other priests and acolytes just start ushering everybody back inside, leaving Krant's body on the floor. As you're ushered sort of through the door into the meeting room, the new priest comes striding through the room past you, past the doorway. She's heading for the worship room and the stairs to go upstairs. And as they go past, the priest just sort of turns, and it's just the mask. They turn and look in the room at you. Can I get perception checks from everyone, please?
Ooh.
And the priest is going to get one as well.
19.
24.
24.
Okay.
23.
23, 24,
27.
27.
We all see.
Appropriately enough, Karagor is the only one who gets it. It's a very hard DC because you're looking at somebody in just robes and a mask. But as the person passes you and looks in, you look into the eyes of Freya Axborn, and she catches your eye directly, but you don't know whether she's recognised you or not. She goes past through the doors, they close behind her, and she disappears further into the temple.
Shit.
You are ushered quickly back downstairs, back to the bedrooms, and you're told that the ground floor is now off limits, and you are left there. Several of the acolytes the other acolytes are sort of talking amongst themselves, and
The ground floor is off limits.
so you're in the basement.
This is where our bedroom
right,
is.
okay.
Right?
Yeah, the bedroom floor is fine. That you're okay in there. But you're not allowed to go back up onto the back up to the worship room or to the anything like that, onto the courtyard,
Okay.
or to the gates. Several of the
get
acolytes
weapons out.
are all talking amongst themselves. Brother Carlyle comes over to you. Thank you, brothers. Thank you for not pointing me.
Thank you, brother.
It's all right.
Yeah, it was
You
clearly...
were innocent, so
Well, yes.
And the church looks after its own.
Yeah.
Yes, I
We all
suppose it
know
does.
that he was useless.
I suppose.
Yes, it was still murder, though, wasn't it?
But he wasn't. I can't think he was clever enough to be trying to infiltrate the church.
No.
No, exactly, brother. He wasn't clever enough to do it, which is why he got caught.
I suppose you're right.
They're certainly trying.
Anyway, thank you again. If I can ever repay you, I will try.
okay.
That is
Nice
worth
one,
bearing
brother.
in mind. Thank
Hey.
you, brother.
He
Thank you,
returns
brother.
back to the. He goes and just sits on the bed. You are informed that interrogation rooms are being prepared, and that the plan is for later on in the evening. It's going to take a few hours to get everything ready.
we-
But once it has, later on in the evening, everyone is going to be interviewed individually under magical zones of truth.
Yeah, can we huddle together?
Yeah,
because
away from people.
That would mean that's our time limit. Because as soon as that happens,
we're
the
up.
jig's up.
Yes, gentlemen, it's
we need to get
it's
out
time
of
to arm
here.
up.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I was going to say. Should we get some weapons out and go kick some ass?
I mean, the only thing, we need a plan. Also, your side is going to be very obvious.
Well, yeah, I'm going to get it right out now.
Well, I wouldn't. Maybe we'll talk about a plan. What are we going to do?
I think
we're
we just
going to
try and
leave.
get
Or
out
we're
of
going to
here
try and
as quick
just
as
get
possible.
out.
Wait. Who
We're going to
was
try and, what was it? Market.
Carragher.
We're going to market.
Barket.
Yes, Barket. Yes.
Carragher? You look quite long at that woman in the robes. Did you see anything?
Yeah.
What?
I saw Frere Axborn. Sorry, I thought you guys
What?
all saw her.
No.
What's the
I've
fuck?
never seen her.
Spent
but-
years around her. Sorry, I forgot. It's the limp, from the brace and the way the voice.
She's
and
here?
that. Yeah, that was her on the horse.
Where did she go?
Fucker.
She went into the worship room.
She was like the high one, whatever.
Well, she's grey. She's wearing grey, so she's not as high as the heralds, but
Right.
she's higher than the
Okay,
priests.
so now's the time for action. We go for her now.
Wait, this is what Velda's saying. We do actually need a plan.
We need a plan.
Because it's now a hornet's nest that is stirring around. We can't just stomp around the place. We'll get massacred. They're on high alert. There's 4 heralds around, a couple
Surely.
of high-level priests. So they'll just rinse us out.
Right. So here are the facts. We need Freya. We need to get out of here.
I mean, there's a
We're in the
shard as
basement.
well.
They're preparing at the moment, so we've got a little bit of time while they're preparing these rooms. So we might be able to sneak around for a little bit. We are going to get discovered though, and then we need to get out of this place.
We won't
okay.
be able to get on the ground floor though.
Well, we've got keys and we've got Brother Carlisle's help.
And, I could sneak out as a mouse and, sort of open something. Perhaps maybe we go down into the basement room, go into the next room. I sneak under the doors we could not open as a mouse, see what's in there.
And a snake pit.
I've also got the ghost sound. I can touch someone, they can become invisible. So there's that as well.
We've got to
Velda
think
can go invisible.
Like Bubba said, the objectives are the shard and Axborn. We're not going to. We've got to live with the facts that we might not get
Oh,
both.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
well,
then, if we want both, then it's when she's been given it and
Remember-
she's
And
on
we're
her
not
way
going
out.
to see that here. We've got to go upstairs, not downstairs to the basement. We've got to go up to the second floor where she should have gone
Okay.
past the worship room. Is that right? I saw her go through a
You
worship.
saw her head towards the
Yeah,
stairs.
she's going upstairs. Yeah.
She's gone upstairs.
So that was quite hard to get up there last time, let alone.
Yeah, now.
okay, but we need to grab all our weapons. It's the only way.
Yeah.
And then if I turn into animal form, then they will not see all the stuff on me.
So how do we do? Do we do?
I'm not good at stealth,
I
though.
can keep your scythe. Hang on, does that character? You put your scythe in the handy haversack, didn't you?
Yeah, scythes in the
Yeah,
handy
scythe in
haversacks.
there. I could keep your scythe in there for when you need it, and then we'll just whip it out and give it to
Okay.
you. I think you can. You've got swords. Your axe might be a
I've
bit
got my
hard to
rapier
hide.
in there.
I also have my
Rapier,
clubs that I can have under the.
Yes,
under
as long
my
as it's
thing.
something you can hide under your robes, we can
I've
still
got
remain
my
relatively
hatchet
undetected.
that I've been holding the entire time.
The question is,
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully you haven't just holding it in your
in the
hand.
shower,
just
on
like
the toilet,
do-do-do-do-do.
eating lunch.
Are you suspicious? No.
I mean, to be
No,
fair,
I've got a hatchet.
I don't know how much you need this Axborn woman, but I think we should just get out of here. I'm not going to lie.
It's the
No,
shard,
she is
really.
the
It's the
ultimate.
shard.
We need that.
We must get her.
Well, isn't it the shard we're after?
We need to get the shard.
And is the shard the knife?
No,
I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't-
Like,
I don't know. I don't know for certain. I'm not a magic person.
But he said that in the letter he said it's worthless. It's worthless,
but
didn't he?
I think that's
It's
just
not
throwing him off.
worthless,
It's clearly
we know
not
this.
worthless. If
I
you-
know,
if she's
but-
come all the way back here to pick it up. It's not worthless at all.
No, but
Yes,
it's
but,
just saying
no,
it.
True,
Just
but.
saying that it's a worthless trinket. Like,
That's what he's saying. He sent Fair Expon all the way back here to pick it up. It can't be a worthless trinket.
No,
No,
it
but-
is of the utmost power. We know this definitely.
Yes.
is
Yeah,
true.
that's-
And I think
okay.
more than we need
And now-
information from Freyr Axborn.
She needs to be reckoned with.
But just physically, if we have to, and it looks like if we're getting our weapons, then we're going to be executing a fighting retreat out of this temple. Are we going to be able to do that with a resistant half orc slung over one of our shoulders? Is going to make it more difficult. I'm just saying we might not get her this time round.
yeah.
But I'm saying if the opportunity arises where we can
Okay.
shrink her down to some kind of size, or like make her unconscious, or whatever, or whatever it is.
Well, look,
We don't kill her before we speak to her either. Let's
Hang
just
on.
make that clear first.
Now look,
Yeah.
look. What they want is the shard. If we take the shard, she'll come to us.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So
And
the
we
shard.
can, and we can
Good.
choose the terms of our meeting because we can go somewhere and she'll. I'm sure they'll all come after us as soon as we got that shard.
We
All
don't.
right.
What we don't know is how to get out once, as soon as we've got the shard. Do we?
Fight our way out.
No, but which way?
Out.
Yeah, exactly.
gate.
Which way is
Why
out?
don't we? I
The
don't.
gate's the only one we've got.
Maybe under the in the basement. There's an underground passageway.
And I think if we were brought into the prisons, there's got to be a way in that way.
So-
oh no, we could have still come in the gate. So
Well, actually, no. Actually, you might be onto something there, because surely they didn't just drug us unconscious and then just carry us on their backs into the main gate.
Have we seen in the time that we've been here
Hmm.
any other unconscious acolytes been
No,
brought in?
you're the most recent additions. There's
there's
not
been
been
no
another.
other-
It's only been a few days. There hasn't been another recruitment since.
Okay,
you've
so
been
we wouldn't know that for certain either way. We don't know what
there might be
recruiting
something
is.
down by the cells.
Why don't we?
Hang on. Brother Carlisle, you quite rightly said you've been here a
here.
year, haven't you?
Yes, brother.
You've been here, you're step 4, aren't you?
I am.
That's amazing.
Very
that is.
proud of that.
Hopefully one day. Brother Carlisle, how many recruits have you seen? How many new initiates have you seen?
Oh, there's been a few intakes in my time. You're the most recent, probably a couple of others.
And were you intook the same way as we were? The old
Yes,
food,
yes.
whoa.
The food, and then wake up
Yeah.
in the cells, and
Where do they bring us in? Is there like a secret way or something?
oh yeah. Well, you wouldn't carry everyone through the streets.
No, not through the temple.
There's a tunnel leading from the Ranger's Lament to the cells.
Ah,
Right. Of course there is. That makes
brother
perfect sense.
Carlisle.
That's what I thought.
Have you ever heard of a shard?
No.
Shark is what Fulton
They
said.
live in rivers, don't they?
Yeah, but
Yes,
some of them live on land and you can jump them.
Yeah.
Do you know
Have
what?
you ever seen
We
these
found one.
land
We
sharks?
found one
They are
that we
so
could.
crazy.
Oh, it's mad. Flopping around,
Sharks,
jumping them.
eh?
Sharks.
Oh, of interest. Have you ever heard of Shark upon Harker?
No, sorry.
Philistine. All right, so I go back over to the guys. Okay, so that was confirmed. There is a tunnel out
Yes,
of
I
the
thought
prisons.
there would be. Because
Okay.
you can't just carry people in unconscious.
Okay, so we have a key to get in through the door. We can go down to the prison,
And then we get out that way.
and we find the tunnel, and we escape that way. Yeah.
So that's the way out. The
We
only
need
thing
to get Freya Axbon.
The thing is, if
no.
we-
We
no,
need
no,
the
no.
shard. Have you not been listening to anything?
need
No,
the
we need
shard.
the shard, but we don't know what the fuck it looks like.
Well, I think it could be locked down here in the bottom, or it's up top.
I think if she's gone to retrieve the shard, she went upstairs. That's her priority. She'll be doing that
Yeah.
now.
It's been a while, so I'll also remind you. Nawala told you that if you could bring her compelling evidence, she might be able to get the City Watch to help you to raid the temple. So that is an option, but obviously that involves getting to Nawala.
So with that letter,
which is the paintbrushes.
Yeah.
Which is and when that's
the
directed
letter.
to the Rangers Lament.
And the
But
letter.
that's the key thing. What I'm struggling with is that do we go out blazing fire or do we go out sneakily? And I think it has to be the latter.
I say we get out of here. Yeah.
Also,
Okay,
you
let's
do
go.
know the City Watch is in the pocket, or at least the woman that you said
Yeah, did
is in
Nawala
the
know
pocket
that?
of the temple.
I say
No,
we get out of
probably
here
not.
as quietly as
Okay,
possible,
so-
and then we disguise ourselves for the rest
So
of the
fine.
time.
So
we're here.
we take the letter to Noala, and then we storm this place. With-
But it might be
Everything
too
will be gone
late.
by then. Freya Braxborn
Yeah,
and
she
the shard will
will
be
be
gone.
too late.
And after that,
Yeah.
really, this place isn't that important in terms of the wider scope of things.
As soon as we go, they'll know it's us. They'll have time to prepare. They'll have time to prepare A, their case, and B, defences. It'll be a
Category.
massacre.
Okay, so
What would she do if she found out you were here? If you announced that you need to speak to Sister Axbone?
That's not been. She hasn't been named. We don't know her name. If
Well,
I just come out with a name, then she'll know it's me.
Well, you just say I want to.
Speak with her?
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. I feasibly could do that with what little leverage I've got left, but what
Do you reckon she recognised you when you looked at her?
I don't know. To what end would I be speaking to her? Mask to mask. What's your end thought there?
I don't know.
I think
Okay.
that's
I think
extremely
she-
dangerous because of all of the people, she's going to recognise you the most.
She recognised my voice after 2
Yes.
minutes of speaking to me.
I mean, she.
What
probably
kind of a
remembered me.
relationship did you have, though?
I think Caragor glosses over this question, and he goes, "You've got the ear of Xanathar, haven't you?"
Huh?
Xanatar, whatever you call him. Xani.
Oh, yeah.
You have his favour, yeah?
I've got the ear of
Aye.
Garthis. They are opposed to each other. The perfect cover would be a little bit of intercult rivalry going on in the corridors here when everything's meant to be on lockdown. It would stop all the zones of truth. It would keep them busy fighting each other for a minute. If we could just stoke that fire to make sure it happened now, it would cover our exit and set them against each other.
I mean,
True.
I think
we need
it's
to-
a nice idea, but I do also think. I mean, they're the tops. They're the heralds.
Exactly.
They've been in the cult for years. I mean,
And one's-
one of them
you've got
wants
the
to-
ears. You've been with the cult for days.
Yeah,
I know,
but
but
one
one's
of
saying
them
we don't even
wants-
have to go to them. They're quite ready to fight each other, take action against each other, and they will be because this cult is necessarily self-serving. We've seen that. I just executed someone in the courtyard in front of loads of people, and no one spoke a word against it. That they're ready to go, and if two heralds are fighting each other, it's going to take everyone to make them stop. Their resources will be completely committed against each other. not
Shall I
us.
ask if I could speak to Brother Xanatar?
Aye, and I'll do the same with Ngarthis.
Okay,
And what am I
good.
getting him to
now,
do?
what about seeing where Frey is up to now? We need to find out. This
Alright.
could be happening now.
All right, well, we can't do all three at once because you need to get the weapons as well.
Well, I mean,
I can handle the weapons.
he can handle the weapons.
I'm
I
literally
should
just
maybe
here.
try into a mouse and go to see what she is doing upstairs.
And then, if you see that, and if you manage to get back, and if you don't manage to set off another frozen door trap, bearing in mind they are on high alert up there. If, maybe.
Hold on. Wait.
What?
So, do you remember what Ingarthis said? That he thinks there's a rat here,
Aye,
and he very pointedly looked at Shania when he
Yeah.
said that.
Did.
aye.
I don't think the mouse trick's a good idea the second time round.
Oh, right, yeah, no, okay. That was basically
I think
what
he's
said
onto
as well,
that.
He turned into like, I don't know, a spider's
Look,
not quick
let's-
enough, is
The
it?
spider's not quick enough. No, I was thinking spider, but
Why don't me and Karaka speak to the two and see what happens?
you
on,
can
Velda.
try. You
Go
can
on,
try.
let's have a Naismith. Go on, mate.
No, you can try. I just think I would be very surprised if two heralds listened to you at the moment and under the circumstances and went to war over your say-so now,
I mean,
tonight.
it's not just our say-so. It's
No, it's not.
it's
but
the position in the cult which is being put in jeopardy because
if you think you can do it, you give it a go. I can get the weapons and have them ready.
There's nothing's. We're not going to lose anything because they're not exactly going to. Well, they're just going to either say, that's a good idea," or "No."
Either that or we
well-
just take it into our own hands and start the fight ourselves, Fulton.
I mean, what we could do, Shania suggested.
What
turning
you
into
fight?
turning-
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, well, turning into a mouse and then looking under the door, under the basement to see what's behind there.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's not a bad shout because if the shard is there, we can figure out a way to get the shard and just fuck off.
Okay,
Down
let's
that
go.
tunnel.
Let's go and find out if it's
Yes,
there.
let's
Come
do
on,
that,
let's go
let's do
now.
that.
This is
Quickly.
you thinking that the shard is downstairs in the basement.
And it
I
might
think
be.
It's
It's
upstairs.
the only place we can look, and if it's not, then it's definitely upstairs. And then, we're going to have to change the
Fine.
plan.
So here's what happens now. Shania, you go look for the shard in the basement downstairs. Velda, you're going to go get the weapons. Fulton, you and I need to have a chat about Xanathar and Garthis and how we're going to deal with that. That
Aye.
could start now. If we sow the seeds now, that'd be great.
Hey,
Okay, and I think Bobby, you stick with Velda, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Right.
good. Okay, break.
All right. So
How long
Remind
have we
me.
got until
Drops
the stuff happens? Like an hour or something?
something like that. But so
We go out fast.
let's run it down. So Bubba and Velda are staying in the bedroom.
Yeah, because that's what.
Yeah,
that's
that's
where
where
the
the
weapons
weapons
are.
are. The weapons
Okay.
are.
Remember, the weapons are because they're in the handy haversack. They just look like a bag, so
Yes.
it's not
Yeah, so it's
particularly suspicious to
No,
have the bag. on it.
and I just sort of stick it under my robes.
Cool, that's fine. Shania, where are you going?
I'm going to go out of sight of everyone, turn into a mouse, and go underneath the doors.
Before you do that, Shania, you have healed, haven't you? Back up to you because you got hurt quite badly, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I will do some healing on myself.
Okay, good.
As well. Good plan. Thank you very much.
Got you, cop.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do some healing, and then I will turn into a mouse, and I'm gonna. So we had a key to one door. We went through that. There's another door we couldn't get through that you tried to break. I'm gonna go under that as a mouse to see what's in that room.
Okay. And Fulton and Caragor, you are going where?
We are heading to the guards.
Okay.
To ask if we can speak to. Well, he's going to ask if he can speak to Engarthus, and I'm going to ask if I can speak to Xanathar.
Okay.
What would be good if we both tried to accuse the other of being the rat?
Okay.
That's the only.
And then what are we going to do? Are we going to like say that we should fight? Or that I know that you are like his right hand man, and if I start a fight with you,
I'm going to recommend them trying to assassinate you.
What?
Or I'm going to try and recommend a hit on Xanathar himself.
Okay, I'll do the
spread it
same.
across them, see what it does.
Okay, sounds good.
And they can only say no.
Aye.
Fight.
You all,
the two of you step out into the corridor, closely followed by a mouse. Very Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Slow-mo walk towards it. So there is an increased presence now. There are two priests standing by the iron door that goes further into the basement, keeping an eye out. You're able to go past them and up the stairs into the meeting room, and then into the room. There are 4 priests stood, holding weapons as you get into the antechamber outside the prayer room.
Just along the way, and as we approach the priests, every time we passed somebody, or just to keep it up, I've just been like shoving Fulton a little bit and going, "Fucking traitor dwarf! Gonna sell the entire family out.
Get off me,
Haddock.
Get off! I'm going to the proper authority here. You and your Xanathar favouring scumbag."
You make your way out there. As soon as you get outside, the priests turn on you, holding their weapons, and say, "This area is under lockdown."
I've got important words for all faithful of the family that they need to know now. It's urgent that the proper Engarthus hears this, and not Xanathar.
I need to speak to Xanathar.
Ignore the dwarf. I need to go see Engarthus now.
I need to see Xanathar right now. He's got some important news to hear from me.
Well, why didn't you tell me what that news is?
He's a traitor.
He's a traitor.
He thinks for a moment. Make a deception checks, both of you. You can't aid each other because you are
11.
14.
14. He frowns for a moment. All right. I don't know how you see him frown under his mask. His little eyebrows. All right, jam face. I'll go get one of them. Wait here. He turns and walks out of the room, leaving you with the other.
Could you
3.
get both of them?
The door shuts behind
You only need one.
Meanwhile, Shania, you go running down the corridor towards the big iron door that is flanked by 2 priests. I need a stealth check from you to try and sneak past them.
Oh, God. Okay, yeah, it's 10.
It's 10. Okay, cool. Okay, you skirt past. You skirt past one of them, slip under the door. You pass. You go across the little room, past the door on the right that goes down to the prison cells, and the door on the left that goes to the trap, to the locked door that you know goes to the balcony. I need an athletics check to try and squeeze underneath it.
That would be 26.
26. You easily do. You slip underneath the door, and you arrive in a sumptuously decorated room. So down here there is a sort of smell of...
It's a VIP toilet, isn't it?
Yeah. Mirrors on the side, like a Justin Timberlake video, and it's called the Chamber of Delights, which is a good name for a VIP toilet.
Yeah.
So there's a stale smell of perfume and incense as soon as you get into this room. There is a room full of... It's an opulent chamber with pillows, carpets, and all sorts of fineries covering the floor. There are silk curtains hanging over the walls, and a flickering light emanating from a hidden source on the ceiling, which is also draped in curtains, bathing it. There's an elaborate water pipe in the middle, like a hookah, and there are golden braziers hanging down that should normally have incense in them. On the north side of the room, there is a gilded throne bedecked in tiny gemstones sitting on a raised dais, and you can see discarded bottles of wine and a wine rack with quite a few full bottles of wine on it, sitting in there. That is what you see in there. Meanwhile, after a couple of upstairs, one of the priests, a priest comes from downstairs, pushes past all of you, goes off into the prayer room, and disappears up there. A few moments later, the door opens, and Engarthus appears. It is, Brother Danny, Brother Fulton, I understand you wanted to speak with me.
I have urgent news. The followers of Xanathar intend to make a move against you tonight. I believe that this one here is a traitor. I believe that there are many more amongst our midst. Actions required, brother.
I agree. We should act swiftly. Quickly, come with me. Seize the dwarf.
I grab Fulton.
Okay, you grab Fulton. He'd lead you down the stairs to the. He leads you down the stairs to the iron door, where one of the priests among you says, "Just a couple of minutes ago." Engarthus nods, unlocks the door, walks through, unlocks the next door, walks along the balcony, past the snake pit with all of you in tow, puts a key in the door, turns it, and opens the door to a sumptuously decorated room with drapes hanging everywhere and cushions, and a mouse in the middle of the room. The two priests suddenly shove both of you from behind into the room, and Garthus says, "Well now, looks like we found our rat after all. That's where we leave it for tonight."
Oh dear.
Motherfuckers.
Cool.
Didn't make that stealth check, brother.
Cool.
Spotted the mouse.
Crisis for the geek kind. Top geek officials admit they underestimated the hipsters' defense capability. Join the geek revolution and save the galaxy. Geeks from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future. They're doing their part. Are you? Want to know more? Join Weeby Geeks and the Geek Revolution and save the world. Service guarantees citizenship. Listen to Weeby Geeks podcast on iTunes and Stitcher or online at weebygeeks.net. Weeby Geeks, your voice for the Geek Revolution. Want to know more?